Hi, I'm Daniel Dada from St Jude's Clinic, and I'd like to talk to you about chronic fatigue syndrome. It's a pretty common condition which affects the quality of life of individuals, unfortunately, and quite devastatingly so. Often the period of disablement could be for very long periods of time, and this is of concern because it affects their social life, their relationships, their ability to work. The opportunity costs are considerably high. So I'd like to present to you a model of care that St Jude's works with and has worked with for many, many years now to be able to restore quality of life in quick time frames. We've got a unique way of being able to gauge multiple symptom improvements using a customised spreadsheet which we develop in the clinic. But first things first, I'd like to explain what we do in the clinic. You see, St Jude's doesn't use any products, but it looks at the way in which people behave, and it corrects these faulty behaviours in order to restore blood flow to the brain. And that's actually the key for people with chronic fatigue syndrome. They actually don't have enough blood flow to the brain. The oxygenation and the glucose nutrients that are provided are depleted. And this is seen on any MRI. The blood flow, which is called cerebral perfusion, is down in people with chronic fatigue syndrome, and it mimics that of those people with depression as well. Now, obviously, with people with chronic fatigue syndrome, there are multiple symptom involvements, and it could include menstrual irregularities. It might actually affect people with their gastric or their intestinal movements, such as chronic constipation or diarrhea or repetitive ulcers or immune dysfunction. So there's a whole gamut of systems involved, which has caused people to get very tired in chasing one specialist to another specialist. And we can understand the exhaustion in doing so. But St Jude's offers an approach here where you can see all of those symptoms tracked at the same time. I'd like you to take a look at a spreadsheet here, and this is how we do it. So what you see here on the monitor is basically a purple section here which gives you a summary. You see a green section which basically talks about all of the symptoms involved. And then what you also see is the blue section as well, with on the left-hand side you'll see the day and the date, and then you'll also see a number rating system here which talks about what people are feeling on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you can actually see that there's a trend going down over the days where you start to see more yellow, because we've color-coded it, where we start to record higher numbers, then you'll start to see within about a month or just under, you'll start to see some great symptom improvements across the board. I'll read out a couple. Energy levels, sleep quality, interrupted sleep, nightmares, pain during sleep, inclination to socialise, tramadol, Panadol and Disprin used, and the list goes on. The symptoms go on, where we can talk about all sorts of other things as well, such as the menstrual cycle being affected, the symptoms associated with that, whether it be breast pain or leg and arm pain, moods, feeling panicky, anxiety, etc., etc. But what we'll do is we'll actually just continue going down, and this is the important aspect. When you start to see a whole sea of different colour, and you'll be able to see how multiple symptoms can actually be related in the one person from one therapy. So it's really important to be able to treat a person holistically and to be able to join the dots. And what we do at St Jude's is we teach you how to be a really good steward of your body, but we're actually connecting your behaviours with some of the very unusual symptoms that you're feeling. That's really important to be able to give you this particular ownership, responsibility and hope to be able to see how your body can coordinate and really work well together. It's really exciting to be able to share this with you, and I hope you can participate in the opportunities to live a life fully again so that you're not missing out. Thank you for watching.